Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the English news of Bình Phuoc radio television station and newspaper. I'm with you with the latest news for today. Enhancing the competitiveness of Bình Phuoc's agricultural, forestry, and fishery products. External information efforts have promoted Bình Phuoc's image globally. Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính concludes official visit to the Republic of Estonia. Numerous special activities in the glory to Vietnam's People's Public Security Forces program. Ladies and gentlemen, it is essential to improve policies and laws, streamline organizational structures, enhance capacity, and ensure the quality and safety of agricultural, forestry, and fishery products. These are among the key goals set by the Binh Phuoc Provincial People's Committee in its 2025 Action Plan to ensure product quality and food safety, increase processing capacity, and expand markets for agricultural, forestry, and fishery products of the province.
The Provincial People's Committee has also set specific targets related to the processing and preservation of agricultural, forestry, and fishery products, such as increasing the rate of deep processing by an average of 10% per year, reducing post-harvest losses of key agricultural products by 1% annually, ensuring that 60% of major export agricultural products are processed goods, and raising the processing rate of key products with competitive advantages for production and export, alongside the development and promotion of distinctive local agricultural brands. The province also calls for maintaining and expanding both domestic and export markets. It aims to increase the share of agricultural, forestry, and fishery products distributed through modern retail channels by at least 10% compared to 2024, and to raise the proportion of high-quality products in the domestic market by at least 10% year-on-year.
In the context of globalization and deepening international integration, external information plays a particularly vital role in promoting the image of Vietnam and its people, both nationally and globally. For Binh Phuoc Province, external information efforts serve as an effective bridge to foster cooperation, attract investment, and promote cultural exchange and expand international relations.
In its external communications, Binh Phuoc has leveraged the role of local press and media agencies in combination with national news agencies, and particularly in close coordination with Ministry of Foreign Affairs, to effectively disseminate official information internationally. Communication efforts have focused on the province's prominent strengths, being the country's cashew capital with annual export revenues reaching billions of dollars, being home to the unique cultural heritage such as Sok Bong Bo, the ethnic cultural festival, and historical sites such as the special national relic of the Southern Liberation Army Command of the Southern Liberation Armed Forces. In addition, the province's achievements in administrative reform, digital transformation, investment attraction, and transport infrastructure development have been vividly reflected through various media channels, from traditional publications to digital platforms. Proactive, creative, and professional external information efforts are contributing to projecting the image of Binh Phuoc as a province that is integrated, dynamic, and well-connected, affirming its worthy place in the country's development journey.
The Provincial People's Committee of Binh Phuoc has recently submitted a proposal to the Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism, requesting that the traditional rice-pounding craft of the Sting and Manang ethnic groups in the province be included in the National Intangible Cultural Heritage List.
According to the Provincial Cultural Sector's inventory conducted from March 18 to April 29, 2024, rice pounding using wooden pestles is a long-standing traditional craft that is entirely manual, from the preparation of tools and ingredients to the processing of the final product. The craft had been passed down through generations and deeply reflects the historical, cultural, and social life of the Sting and Manang people. Closely tied to daily life and labor, the craft produces key items such as rice, the main staple food, and ingredients for making traditional specialties like gun wine, vegetable stew, and bamboo tube rice. Tools such as mortars, pestles, winnowing baskets, bag-carrying baskets, and ceramic jars also bear the hallmarks of the community's rich cultural and handcrafted heritage. Spiritually, rice pounding is not only a productive activity but also a symbol of community cohesion, teaching values of humanity, responsibility, and resilience. It's also a key cultural element in many traditional festivals of the Stiang and the Mnon ethnic groups.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the afternoon of June 7, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính, his spouse, and the high-level Vietnamese delegation successfully concluded a official visit to the Republic of Estonia and continued the working trip to France to attend the 3rd UN Ocean Conference and hold bilateral activities. More details in the following report. Previously, during his official visit to the Republic of Estonia, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính and his spouse visited the Evo Parade Center, a prominent cultural symbol of Estonia, accompanied by Estonia's Minister of Foreign Affairs, Margus Tsahkna. The Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính expressed deep emotion and respect for the contributions of Evo Parade, one of the most influential contemporary composers in the world, and admired the cultural depth, national identity, and strong traditions of Estonia rooted in nature and community. He also praised Estonia's effective public-private partnership model, especially in the fields of education, culture, and digital transformation. The Prime Minister emphasized that both Vietnam and Estonia cherish peace, have strong traditions of nation-building and defense, and share a common aspiration for freedom and resilient spirit. From June 6 to 8 at Nguyễn Huệ Pedestrian Street and Lê Lợi Boulevard, District 1, Ho Chi Minh City, the Department of Political Affairs under the Ministry of Public Security organized the Glory to Vietnam's People's Public Security Forces program. The event commemorates the 77th anniversary of President Ho Chi Minh's call for patriotic emulation and is held in the running up to the 80th anniversary of the traditional Day of the People's Public Security Forces and the 20th anniversary of the National Day for all people to protect national security. The program honors the glorious traditions and bravery of the public security forces, while also strengthening ties with the people. Highlights include a special purpose vehicle exhibition, real-life experiences in firefighting, rescue operations, traffic sight recognition, virtual reality scenario training, anti-threat education, and trying out as a firefighter. Participants also engage in physical activities such as rope climbing, wall scaling, navigating dark tunnels, abseiling, helping spread patriotism, and raise public awareness about security and social safety. Ladies and gentlemen, Gao Dòng Melaleuca Forest, located in Gao Dòng Commune, Cao Lãnh District, Đồng Tháp Province, spans thousands of hectares and boasts a rich ecosystem of flora and fauna. Recently, functional units have taken measures to protect the forest ecosystem, preserving this greenland and many species of wildlife, while developing ecotourism that attracts many visitors. The forest covers over 1,500 hectares, including about 1,200 hectares of Melaleuca trees and a 40-hectare bird sanctuary, home to around 100 species of birds, including rare ones. Thanks to the joint efforts of the Forest Management Board, authorities, and local residents, the ecosystem is strictly protected and continues to thrive. Since 2003, the Gao Dòng ecotourism area has been operational, attracting tens of thousands of tourists annually. The local government insists that tourism development must be sustainable, closely linked with environmental protection and biodiversity conservation. The goal by 2030 is to welcome over 40,000 visitors per year, generate more than 24 billion Vietnamese dong in tourism revenue annually, create 1,000 direct jobs, and earn at least 1 billion Vietnamese dong per year from forest environment leasing. And that's just for this edition of BPTV News. Thank you very much for watching and see you next time.